Hi class, welcome to term 4. We will have quite a bit of assessment this term, both remotely and when we return to school. Our current topic SERDS has an upcoming test. Today's lesson is about binomial products, which is a fancy way of saying expanding double brackets. Hopefully you remember how to expand double brackets. I remember using the word FOIL. So the F stands for first, so you multiply the first part of the brackets, so A times C. The O stands for outer, so the outer part's A times D. I, inner, so with this we've got B times C. And the L stands for last, so the last part of the brackets, B times D. Just a quick reminder about multiplying a surd by itself. So the result for this will equal x. Or if I had the square root 3 times the square root 3, that will result in 3. Let's try expanding double brackets with surds. So we multiply the first part. So we'll have 4 times square root 3. Then we multiply the outer. So 4 times negative 2, which is negative 8. Then we're multiplying the inner. So we'll have square root 3 times square root 3. And then we're multiplying the last part here. So square root 3 times negative 2, I'll just write it this way, negative 2 square root 3. Alright, so I'm just going to rewrite that. So we've got 4 square root 3 minus 8, and then we've got square root 3 times square root 3. This is like our note on the page before, which means this just equals 3. And then we've got negative 2 square root 3. Alright, now my next step after expanding is I collect the like terms. So my like terms are my square root 3's and then my normal numbers. So 4 square root 3 minus 2 square root 3. So 4 minus 2 is 2 square root 3, and minus 8 plus 3 is minus 5. On to the next example. So I multiply the first part, so I'll have 2 square root 5 times 3 square root 5. Then I multiply the outer, so I'll have 2 square root 5 times 4. Then the inner, so I'll have negative 1 times 3 square root 5. And then the last, negative 1 times 4. Alright, now I can work out what each of these sections is. So I've got 2 times 3, which is 6. And then square root 5 times square root 5 is 5. Then this next part, I've got 2 times 4, which is 8 square root 5. Then I've got negative 1 times 3. So I've got negative 3 square root 5. And then negative 1 times 4, negative 4. Alrighty. I should simplify this a step further here. So I'll have 6 times 5, which is 30. 8 square root 5 minus 3 square root 5 minus 4. Now I can collect the like terms. So these are my like terms, my square root 5's, and then the normal numbers are the other like terms. So I've got 30 minus 4, which is 26, and then I've got 8 minus 3, which is 5. So plus 5, square root 5. When expanding squares, I think it's easiest to just rewrite it out so both brackets the same. Then you can expand like normal. So this times this times this times this, and this times this. For example, with this perfect square here, I'm going to first rewrite it out as 2 brackets. 2 minus square root 7. Now I can expand like normal. So I've got 2 times 2. Then I've got 2 times negative square root 7. So negative 2 square root 7. And I've got negative square root 7 times 2, so that's the same, negative 2 square root 7. And then I've got negative square root 7 times negative square root 7. So that gives me 2 times 2, which is 4, minus 2 square root 7 minus 2 square root 7. And then we've got a negative times a negative, which is a positive. Square root 7 times square root 7, that's just 7. Now I can collect my like terms. Collect like terms. So this and this. And then my normal numbers. So 4 plus 7 is 11. And then negative 2 minus 2 is negative 4 square root 7.
Could you please complete the worksheet Binomial Products?